So, hi Aditya, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a hard days. In COVID.
Yeah, definitely. First of all, I don't know how to introduce you, man. You've done your bachelor's in computer science, then you worked as a territory sales manager, then as
Yeah,
an accounts manager, then you became an assistant digital marketer, and now you run your own company. Man, what
yeah.
have you done? How have you
So
evolved
first,
this much?
yeah. So first of all, I can say that I joined the industry a bit early. Like my first job was the age of 19 probably.
Okay,
So there were some mishaps in my family. So
okay,
I had to take up a job.
right,
So that's when I got a job as a sales manager. I did
right,
it for a year, but the problem was the field in which I was working. It was an
right,
oil field. Yeah, I used to sell the vehicle oil products, lubrications. So I was like, no, I can't do this. It's not for me. I'm a creative person. I do write. I do, I was since college. I was in creative work.
right,
So accounts manage. Then I became an accounts manager. So accounts manager, I was in the advertising agency itself.
right,
So accounts manager and digital marketer, I did it side by side. So I learned digital marketing. I gave my time to digital marketing by doing accounts management, learning from my colleagues, learning from my boss, learning from other experts,
right.
and that's how I became. Then I got an opportunity in Bombay, and then I became an assistant digital marketing manager.
Okay,
So
Aditya, so
that's how the jumps are.
right. So Nitya, the times have changed so much. So how do you see the advertising and the digital space changing within these 3 months? Well, what has changed exactly?
Well, to be very frank, I, being a small entrepreneur, I don't have a team of like 50 people or 100 people who are working with me. It's a
Right,
very small setup based in Bombay. We have our own small setup wherein we cater small clients. You can
right,
say C ticket clients, wherein
right,
the budget range from 20,000 to 25,000 in Mumbai.
right,
Now, if you see, these clients are basically restaurant owners, your shop, some small shops, cafes, some small brands are growing up.
right,
Due to this situation, all these businesses have been affected very largely, as in their sales have dropped.
right,
So being on their end, it's very hard for them to pay us to market themselves. Reason, for the 3 months there was nothing. I mean, when I was in Bombay, it was a complete lockdown.
right,
The only the only available shops were medicals and one or two grocery shops. That's it.
right,
Rest, all the businesses were heavily hampered. So now, if you see post the unlock, it
right,
will be only bigger agencies who have already, already have a big scale,
right,
bigger client,
right,
uh, and a bigger mass to connect with.
right,
Like you can go with Ogilvy, you can go with Shebang, you can go with Mathers, but small agencies like us and small businesses like us,
right,
you might have you can say a cafe shop
right,
wherein people used to visit you before COVID. The colleges were on, the people were strolling around. They can come to your cafe, they can sit, they can enjoy. So you can market your cafe.
right,
Now that has been affected. So if you don't get a sale of a certain amount in a month, you won't be willing to pay me an XYZ amount for the monthly marketing budget, or for monthly marketing.
right.
And that's what affected all the small startup agencies or small advertising agencies to think now how to operate or how we can change our modus operandi.
Right. So Aditya, from the past, you became an accounts manager in a digital marketing space, right?
Yeah.
Then you learned it to somebody who's very new to digital marketing, right? So what
Yeah.
advice do you say to somebody who is doing his bachelor's or who is in school right now, but is very intrigued about digital marketing? That how do you actually start off with this?
Well, so I'll tell you about my bachelor's. I did my bachelor's from Open University. So when
Right,
I was pursuing my degree, I was working full time.
right,
See, there are two things. If you want to do your bachelor's first and then want to go into digital marketing, first thing you can do is start from YouTube, man. Everything is online.
Right.
Start adapting the techniques which Facebook and Instagrams are giving out. Learn something from YouTube. Try it on make your own brand. Let's suppose you make a dummy brand and market it.
Right.
Let's just see how creative you are. So digital marketing consists of many things. Like, if I want to go deep, it's another talk we can do. But you can say a silver lining is start learning if you are interested in it immediately. Don't wait for it. Like, okay, I'll do my bachelor's, then I'll join a company and then I can learn on the go. No, start learning from the day one, so that till then you're completing your school or you're completing your bachelor's, you have a sufficient knowledge of digital marketing or any portion of it, which you can go to any company and say, okay, I know this, I have done this is my small portfolio, and I want a job as a freshers, or I want to start my own thing.
Right. So Ditya, the things have changed, so has, what I'd call is that, there are very less requirements, as you're saying that, whatever clients you had, they have been going through
Yeah.
the tough times, and obviously there would be lesser inquiries for work these days. So how
Right.
have you and your company evolved to face these challenges? And how do you approach life and, business as of now? How do you see yourself changing?
See, to be very frank, I being a creative person and I being a business development guy for my company,
Right.
I do face issues wherein clients say, no, sir, मेरे पास budget है नहीं.
Right.
Even if I tell them, okay, sir, let's do this thing for XYZ amount, which is very cheap for Mumbai audience basically. So because my company is based in Bombay, we do target Mumbai audience because of travel stuff we
Right.
wanted. So, but still people are like, this and that. So for now, I'll be very frank with you, from the past 1.5 months, the business has been very tough.
Right.
We just have 1 or 2 clients on board right now because all other left due to their own issues.
Right.
But yeah, we see a hope after, once the lockdown is completely removed, like एक बार सब खुल जाए, so yeah, then people will also think, okay, now we need to get customers.
Right.
So they will, I mean,
Eventually.
they will eventually need marketing to reach out to the audience that, okay, we are open, this is what we are doing right now, come to our shops or come to our place and do this thing.
Right.
So I think we do have to wait for 2 or 3 months more to get a you can say, sustainable business again, what we were having till January or February.
Right.
But after March to, I can say, probably July end, it will be very hard times, wherein, because it's just opened up, and still in few cities like in Bombay, it's still not completely open.
Right.
In Pune, it's still not completely open. Right now, I'm in Nasik at my home. So in Nasik, few things are working, few things are still closed. So the dilemma between the people are still not, open. Okay, we should open it up, or we should wait, or what the government says, because even they have their security. If they open up and they get a permanent lock saying you broke the rules,
Right.
then their business will be hampered. So these are the certain things which I, being a founder of my own company, have to keep in mind, stating, okay, if I want to pitch, there should be a correct time, else the pitch will go waste, and the client will also be thinking, okay, I don't have money to spend, so let's skip it out, which I don't want to do.
Right. So Aditya, you are really young right now. So I'd say that, people these days have been losing their jobs, and, okay, there is a tough time for the placement season that is coming up for all the MBAs or everybody who will be graduating right now. You are very young, you switched to entrepreneurship very early. So when you see people losing their jobs, I think there would be a paradigm shift that when there will be no jobs left, they'll eventually shift into this. So I like to ask you this first, that how did you shift this? Well, what came in your mind that you wanted to pursue entrepreneurship so early in life, and you shifted from a job to entrepreneurship at this moment?
See, to be very frank, when I was working as an assistant digital marketing manager, I grabbed everything, like how it works, how the agency works, what all the things we have to do, and I just take a leap, man. I said, okay, maximum. I'll be very frank. I am graduating this year, so my degree is
Oh,
still in hold. I am
okay.
waiting for the government to give me the orders that I have to give my papers or I don't have to give my papers. I'm just
Right.
waiting for that. So I, personally saying, I just saw the opportunity that okay, I can pitch. I have my friends who can design, who can do digital marketing for me, and we can collaboratively work as a we can say friends come company,
Right.
and that's how I started. See, my main, if Anmol, being a very frank to you, my main idea of being into advertising and creative field is because I am a writer. I want to do filmmaking.
Right.
I'm already pursuing it. I'm already writing films. So I mean, the creative part of advertising gave me my, you can say, the real track of writing films, directing, which I did already in advertising.
Right.
But starting a company was an idea wherein okay, let's do it because we have that potential. So you might have got your potential when you were 20.
Right. Has your perspective on life changed recently? Do you think that working from home is an option for a lifetime now? That Amazon has adopted, that all the staff works from home. Twitter is thinking of that. You can indefinitely work from home. There's no need to come to office ever. So how do you see these things evolving in the society right now?
See, I see that for certain amount of people, work from home is perfect. Like for digital marketeers, for content writers, for you can say developers, the work from home option suits them. But let's suppose if I'm in sales, like I do business development, I can do it from home as well. But there is a point where I have to go and meet my client once.
Right.
See, in India, the personal connect is very much important to get business. If I know you in person, like how what are your thoughts? What are you looking for from marketing? Once you get to know that, you connect with the person or the client whom you're pitching. So for that, applying work from home for every field, I don't think that's necessary. But yeah, it can be done, smoothly, wherein you can work from home for 4 days and you can go out for 2 days to do client meets, to meet your new prospects, or to let's suppose if I'm in sales, I have to step pen to every stationery possible out there. I have to go to the shop. I have to sell my pen to those guys.
Right.
I can't do that process through online medium because that shopkeeper will see his margin, his sales, and how much you can sell him,
Right.
plus your relation with him. So applying work from home to certain areas of work of the industry, absolutely do that. For me, digital marketing, yes, we can do. My all team is working from home. But for me, if I want to meet some prospect, I have to go out.
Right, Aditya. So, Aditya, how do you see that? What are the changing trends in the digital marketing space right now? That we see, influencer marketing has become a big thing now. As you see on YouTube or whatever, Instagram or all these social handles that the brands have been reaching out. How do you see what new trends in digital marketing space do you see coming around?
Well, to be very frank, it's growing like anything. I mean, when I started in 2017, probably or 17 end, the
Right,
industry was near about 500 million to 700 globally because it
right,
was just emerging as an industry. Now it's more than $2 billion.
right,
So the trends, you can see, trends are what we create.
right,
Ideas are what we create. Social media are the platforms where we put down our ideas. So right now, if you can see, TikTok marketing is also very good. But the problem is we don't use it properly to connect with the audience. So
yeah,
if you see, it has a, like, let's suppose 100 million users, if you say per se. I, being a creative content creator, should have something to sell them through that platform.
Right.
activity. See, you do challenges, you do different kinds of marketing perspective in these social media platforms. That's completely fine. But the aim is to get the sales or the brand picture through these platforms. So जैसे Instagram ने कुछ campaigns किए, if you can see there are comparison challenge, then हर रोज कुछ ना कुछ नया होते रहता है.
Right.
Trends will grow, but yeah, the way we do it will be more rigorous. So I can give you an example that first when we used to like जब अपन स्कूल में थे, we used to
हाँ जी.
use internet, तब इतना डेटा कैच होता नहीं था.
Right.
अगर आपने लैपटॉप सर्च किया तो आपको आपके पापा के फोन पे लैपटॉप का ऐड नहीं आता था.
Right.
Because it was distributed. Now I being from a computer background, I know how it works.
Right.
But now it's so peculiar that if you search for a phone, your Instagram will show you all the ads, your Facebook will show you all the ads. So target oriented marketing will be the future. Like if Anmol needs an headphone, the only thing he will see in his feeds will be headphones of different brands.
Right.
So you can say the target specific marketing and the product specific marketing will increase. Randomly ads जो दिखते थे ना Instagram पे कि अरे इसका टिकट ले लो, ये प्रोडक्ट ले लो, that will reduce because it's a random stuff. If I don't want to buy a car right now, why would I see Tata Motor ka ad?
Right.
But if I want to buy a laptop or a mobile, and if I see the ad of a sale or of anything, I can click it, and if I am doing that, my end point is completed.
Right. So
moreover,
yeah.
moreover, target based marketing will grow. That's what I wanted to say.
Right. So Aditya, okay, this is my final question to you. You are in the digital marketing space. As I've seen, कि first क्या होता था कि door to door selling होती थी. There would be a lot of people who'd be appointed to do these rigorous sales, direct sales. So the digital marketing has come in
Which I
space,
have done.
and yeah, which you've done. So digital marketing come in space and reduce the need of those sales people. Right. So, do you think a time like this would come that there would be no requirement of digital, the selling guys and the business development people, that digital marketing can take up that thing where artificial intelligence or something like that can evolve in itself?
See, it's a very hard question for me to ask because I am like 3 years into this industry.
Right.
But I have done retail sales. Like I have went from shop to sell the product.
Right.
I can tell you one thing from my sales experience is that in India, particularly in India, salesperson is the guy whom we trust the most.
Right.
If you go to Reliance Mall or if you go to any mall, I understand, you can shop online with the AI based things and all. We do that. That's not what I'm criticizing. But when you go and कोई आपको जूता दिखाता है, सर ये देखो ये जूता है, आप इसे these are his features. That's where the customer and the seller connects.
Right.
In India, if you tell me, Aditya, I have one of my friends who sells this car or this thing XYZ, it can be XYZ. You go to him and you buy it. He's the best.
Right.
So I can get that same thing online with a cheaper rate if possible, sale or something. But because I trust you, you have trust on that guy from whom you have bought the thing. I will blindly go to him and say, भैया मुझे ये चीज चाहिए, अनमोल सर ने भेजा है.
You're very right.
So, see, in India, it's not completely impossible in all the industries, but in few industries, we would require salespeople. And I'll tell you, marketing and sales are the two things which will never end, because products will be coming into the market, companies will prepare new services, new products, new 10 different things, but to sell them to the people, the sales force is required.
Right.
Of course, it might not be 100 people, it might be 10 people who are doing a bigger job, bigger end job, but those 10 are the link to that company which are connecting consumer and the brand sell their product and for the consumers to buy that product.
Right. So
That's what I can say right now about this industry.
right. So Aditya, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us today. And
Same
to
here, same.
yeah, to all the people watching, see, I definitely say that you've been a very resourceful person that I've talked to. I've talked to,
Thank you.
and it was really nice talking to you. So thank you so much again. So
Thank you, Anmol, for having me on your podcast. And do let me know if we can discuss on some other things in some other day. You would like to join you out.
right, thanks Aditya. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.